What if you could unlock your true potential by mastering just one timeless philosophy? Welcome back to Stoic Reflections, where we dive deep into ancient wisdom to solve modern challenges. In today's video, we're exploring how to conquer procrastination, a universal struggle using the profound teachings of Stoicism. If you've ever felt overwhelmed, stuck, or unsure of how to move forward, this guide will provide you with actionable steps rooted in Stoic principles. By the end of this journey, you'll not only understand how to overcome procrastination, but also learn how to live a life of purpose and resilience. Let's get started. The power of Stoic thinking in overcoming procrastination. Stoicism is far more than an ancient philosophy. It is a practical toolkit for navigating life's complexities. At its core, Stoicism teaches patience, self-discipline, and unwavering focus, qualities that are essential for defeating procrastination. When applied consistently, these principles can transform not only your work ethic, but also your entire outlook on life. One of the most critical aspects of Stoic thinking is time management. By setting clear, specific goals and allocating your time wisely, you can eliminate wasteful habits and boost productivity. This approach ensures that every moment spent contributes meaningfully toward your objectives, leaving room for personal growth and leisure activities. Additionally, Stoicism encourages cultivating positive habits while discarding negative ones like procrastination. Building traits such as self-discipline, perseverance, and consistency creates a foundation for success. These habits foster a proactive environment where achievements become inevitable rather than accidental. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of emotional control. By learning to manage your emotions and reactions, you can avoid being derailed by fear, anxiety, or discomfort, common triggers of procrastination. This emotional resilience enables you to stay focused on your goals, even when faced with challenges or setbacks. Defining clear goals to combat procrastination. To defeat procrastination, start by defining precise and measurable goals. Instead of vague statements like "I want to finish this project," break it down into actionable steps. "I will complete step A of the project by tomorrow." Specific goals provide clarity and direction, reducing feelings of hesitation and ambiguity often associated with procrastination. Breaking larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks makes them less intimidating and more achievable. Each completed task builds confidence and momentum, motivating you to tackle subsequent challenges. Moreover, having measurable milestones allows you to track progress and adjust strategies as needed, ensuring steady advancement toward your ultimate objective. For example, if your goal is to write a book, instead of saying, "I want to write a book," specify, "I will write 500 words every day for the next 3 months." This clarity not only provides structure but also makes the process feel more attainable and rewarding. Dividing tasks for greater efficiency. Nothing beats the effectiveness of dividing big projects into smaller, actionable components. This strategy reduces pressure and fosters visible progress daily. Facing a massive goal head-on can feel overwhelming, but breaking it into bite-sized pieces makes it easier to manage and execute efficiently. Creating a detailed schedule with measurable steps helps maintain focus and accountability. Completing each small step provides a sense of accomplishment, fueling motivation to continue. Furthermore, dividing tasks enables flexibility, allowing you to adapt your plan to new circumstances without losing sight of your final aim. For instance, if you're preparing for an important exam, divide your study material into chapters or topics. Assign specific days to cover each topic, and set aside time for revision. This methodical approach ensures that you stay on track and avoid last-minute cramming, which often leads to stress and inefficiency. Building an action plan. Developing a structured action plan is crucial for overcoming procrastination. Start by clearly identifying your goal, then list all necessary steps to achieve it. Assign deadlines to each step and commit to following through. Tools like planners, to-do lists, or time management apps can help organize your efforts effectively. Stick to your schedule as though it were a binding agreement with yourself. If obstacles arise, adjust your plan flexibly to accommodate changes. Regularly reviewing your progress reinforces commitment and keeps you aligned with your objectives. Remember, consistency is key to defeating procrastination and achieving lasting success. An effective action plan should also include contingency measures. For example, if you fall behind on a task, have a backup plan to catch up. This proactive approach ensures that setbacks don't derail your entire plan and keeps you moving forward. Encouraging self-discipline. Managing your time and energy autonomously plays a pivotal role in combating procrastination. Recognize when you're most productive and use those peak hours for demanding tasks. Balance intense work periods with adequate rest to sustain high performance. Create a positive workspace that inspires creativity and minimizes distractions. Incorporate elements like music, plants, or mindfulness practices to enhance your mood and concentration. A flexible yet disciplined routine ensures optimal productivity while maintaining harmony between professional and personal life. Self-discipline also involves resisting short-term temptations in favor of long-term rewards. For example, instead of scrolling through social media during work hours, remind yourself of the bigger picture and the satisfaction of completing your tasks. This mental shift can significantly reduce procrastination tendencies. Rewarding yourself for progress. Celebrating small victories along the way boosts motivation and maintains enthusiasm. After completing a significant milestone, treat yourself to something enjoyable: a movie night, dinner with friends, or even a small gift. Rewards reinforce positive behavior and create a strong association between effort and satisfaction. The anticipation of rewards stimulates your brain's reward system, fostering happiness and drive. Whether big or small, ensure your rewards hold personal significance. This practice cultivates a supportive internal environment, encouraging self-confidence and continuous improvement. For instance, if you successfully complete a week's worth of tasks, reward yourself with a relaxing evening or a favorite snack. These small celebrations not only make the process enjoyable, but also motivate you to keep pushing forward. Overcoming laziness and fear. Procrastination often stems from laziness or fear. Facing these emotions head-on is vital for overcoming them. Reflect on why you hesitate. Is it fear of failure, difficulty, or simply avoiding hard work? Understanding the root cause empowers you to address it constructively. Act despite discomfort. Patience and determination are indispensable for conquering obstacles. Success doesn't come from evading challenges but from embracing and surmounting them. Treat each setback as a learning opportunity, reinforcing resilience and persistence. For example, if you're afraid of public speaking, start by practicing in front of a mirror or with a small group of friends. Gradually increase the difficulty until you feel comfortable addressing larger audiences. This incremental approach builds confidence and reduces fear over time. Taking action and adapting. Begin taking action immediately, regardless of how daunting the task may seem. Adjust your plan as circumstances evolve, staying adaptable and open to change. Flexibility demonstrates intelligence and a willingness to grow. Remember, there's no single path to success. What matters most is maintaining forward motion and continuously refining your approach. View failures as stepping stones rather than roadblocks, and never surrender to adversity. For instance, if a particular strategy isn't working, don't hesitate to try something new. Experimentation is a valuable part of the learning process, and can lead to unexpected breakthroughs. The key is to remain persistent and open-minded. Applying Stoic principles daily. Incorporate Stoic principles into your everyday life to combat procrastination effectively. Break large goals into manageable steps, focusing on what you can accomplish today. Detailed planning and strict adherence to schedules minimize distractions and maximize efficiency. Empower yourself to regulate time and energy wisely. Balance work with rest to preserve physical and mental health. Cultivate a positive environment that nurtures creativity and innovation. Reward yourself regularly to sustain motivation and celebrate progress. Start now. Make each day count. Transform your life through the power of Stoicism. In summary, applying Stoic philosophy equips you with tools to conquer procrastination and unlock your full potential. By defining clear goals, dividing tasks, building structured plans, and fostering self-discipline, you pave the way for sustained success. Don't forget to reward yourself for progress and remain resilient in the face of challenges. Before you go, take a moment to reflect. What did you learn from this video? Share your thoughts below and let Stoic Reflections know which principle resonated most with you. If you found value here, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insights. Thank you for joining us on this journey toward greater productivity and fulfillment. Stay tuned for an exciting discussion featuring Ethan and Sophia, who will delve deeper into the nuances of Stoicism and its applications in modern life. Their conversation promises to be enlightening. Don't miss it.
All right, ready to dive into something we all deal with. Procrastination. You know that thing where you just can't seem to get started on something important?
Yeah, tell me about it.
But today, we're going to try to tackle it head on. We're going deep into Stoicism.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, to find some practical techniques, to help us actually conquer this procrastination thing and hopefully unlock some potential along the way.
Okay, I like it.
Our guide for this is Stoicism, Mastering Procrastination and Unlocking Potential. I'm excited to see what we can find.
Yeah, me too. It's a really good resource. And you're totally right, procrastination, it's something we all struggle with. It's like a universal experience.
It really is.
But Stoicism, it gives us a really unique perspective. It's not about, like, becoming some emotionless person.
Oh, okay.
It's more about giving ourselves the tools we need to actually understand and manage those feelings that make us procrastinate in the first place.
That's interesting, because when I think about Stoicism, I kind of picture someone suppressing their emotions. But what you're saying is it's more about mastering them.
Exactly. Think of it this way. Stoicism gives us a framework to, recognize our emotions, analyze them, and then respond in a way that helps us achieve our goals.
Yeah.
So instead of letting fear or anxiety totally paralyze us, we can learn to actually use those feelings to propel us forward.
Okay, I'm starting to see how this could be helpful. So how does all this apply to procrastination?
Well, the book emphasizes a few key Stoic principles: patience, self-discipline, and focus. They're kind of like the foundation for beating procrastination.
Okay, patience, though. Really, when we're talking about getting things done, that seems kind of counterintuitive.
I know, right? But think about it. You know that feeling when you just want to give up?
Oh, yeah?
When a task seems too big, too difficult? That's where patience is so important. Stoicism teaches us that patience is like a muscle. The more we practice it, the easier it gets to stick with those tough tasks and not give in to procrastination.
So it's about building up that mental toughness to push through those moments when you just doubt yourself.
Exactly. And then you've got self-discipline. That's about making a choice to do what needs to be done, even when we don't feel like it.
Yeah, but that's easier said than done, right? I mean, we're human. We're going to have days where we just don't have the motivation.
Absolutely. Stoicism gets that. But it offers a different way to think about it. Instead of, I have to do this, try, I choose to do this.
Oh, interesting.
That little shift in perspective can make a huge difference.
So it's about taking ownership of our actions and choices instead of feeling like we're being forced to do something.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have focus. That laser-sharp concentration helps us tune out all the distractions and get things done. Think about how often we get sidetracked by social media, emails, random thoughts.
Oh, all the time. I am the master of distraction.
We all are to some extent. But Stoicism reminds us that we can choose where our attention goes. And by working on that focus, we can get our time and energy back and use it to make progress on the things that really matter to us.
Okay, I'm starting to get how these three things, patience, self-discipline, and focus, can be really powerful tools to fight procrastination. But I'm curious about how Stoicism approaches time management. Is it about like filling every single minute of the day with tasks?
Not at all. It's more about making each moment meaningful. Stoicism teaches us to be intentional with our time, to set clear goals, and to get rid of those time-wasting habits that just drain our energy.
So it's not about being busy, it's about being effective.
Exactly. Think about it. You could spend an hour scrolling through social media, or you could spend that same hour on a project that actually helps you reach your goals. Which one do you think is going to feel better in the end?
Yeah, you're right. But how do we actually make those changes? Where do we even begin?
Well, the book has a great suggestion. Start by setting really clear, actionable goals. Instead of, I want to finish this project, try, I will complete step 1 of this project by tomorrow at 2 p.m.
So it's about being specific and setting deadlines.
Exactly. Vague goals usually lead to vague actions, and procrastination loves vague goals.
Oh, yeah.
By breaking down big goals into smaller, more manageable tasks, we basically take away procrastination's power. It can't overwhelm us anymore. Plus, checking off those smaller wins is really motivating.
I like that. It's almost like tricking our brains into thinking the task isn't so scary.
Yeah, kind of. And the book uses this great example, writing a book. Instead of staring at this huge blank manuscript, you focus on writing maybe 500 words each day. Suddenly it doesn't feel so impossible. It might even feel enjoyable.
That's a really good point. We all have those big goals we put off because they just seem so overwhelming. Breaking them down into smaller pieces makes them seem a lot more manageable.
Exactly. It's about shifting our perspective, finding a way to make the process less intimidating. And the book also talks about making a structured action plan, which is really important.
So it's not just about setting smaller goals, but actually having a plan to achieve them.
Right. It's like having a detailed itinerary for a trip. You might have to change things up along the way, but that itinerary helps you stay on track. Make sure you don't miss any of the important stops.
So what are some of the key parts of this structured action plan?
Well, the book emphasizes setting deadlines for each task, breaking the project down into smaller steps like we talked about, and figuring out what resources you'll need for each step. It also talks about being flexible, being able to adjust your plan when you need to without losing sight of the goal. And having a plan is really where that self-discipline comes in, making sure we stick to it, holding ourselves accountable.
When I hear self-discipline, I picture those super strict routines people post online, like waking up at 5 a.m., ice baths, all that. But Stoicism seems more, I don't know, balanced.
It is. It's about understanding ourselves, our own rhythms, finding a way to work that's sustainable, be productive without burning out.
Makes sense.
The book talks about finding your peak productivity times, those hours when you're most focused, most energized. That's when you tackle the tough stuff.
Yeah, that's so true. I'm a morning person for sure. Trying to work on something complex late at night, disaster.
Exactly. Work with your natural energy, not against it. And it's also about recognizing rest is important, recovery. Stoicism isn't about pushing yourself till you drop. It's about finding that pace you can keep up long term. Focus and energy over time.
So working hard, yes, but also working smart. Speaking of, the book mentions creating a positive work environment. What's that look like in Stoicism?
It's about designing a space that supports your goals, minimizes distractions. So maybe decluttering your desk, adding some plants, finding a quiet spot to focus. No interruptions.
Oh, I'm all about that. My desk tidy, some natural light, way more productive.
Right. A space that feels good, helps you focus, be creative, and minimizing those external distractions. Like think about phone notifications or that urge to check email constantly.
Ugh, my downfall. Those notifications are like, they have a life of their own. How do we fight those? Just willpower.
Willpower helps.
Mm-hmm.
But Stoicism also says, be mindful of your habits. Choose where your attention goes. So maybe silence notifications, set times for email, even website blockers to keep you off social media.
It's about taking control instead of letting the environment control you. But what if procrastination is, I don't know, deeper, like laziness or fear? The book talks about that, right?
It does. It says, face those emotions. Ask yourself, what's really stopping me? Is it fear of failing, feeling it's too hard? Or am I just avoiding the work?
That's a good question. Once you know the root cause, you can start to deal with it. I remember the book saying, sometimes even when you're scared, the best thing is just to do it.
Absolutely. Act in spite of the fear, Don't let it freeze you up. Courage isn't no fear, it's doing it anyway.
Love that. And that ties back to self-discipline, choosing to do what needs to be done, even if it's hard, uncomfortable.
Exactly. And the book also says, see setbacks as learning experiences. We'll make mistakes, hit roadblocks, that's normal.
Yeah.
But Stoicism says, approach those with curiosity, a willingness to learn from them.
So not about being perfect, but being persistent.
Yes. Embrace the whole journey, the ups and downs,
Yeah.
but keep moving towards your goals. And, the book also says, celebrate those small wins along the way.
I love a good celebration. But really, acknowledging those wins, no matter how small, keeps your spirits up, keeps you going, especially when things get tough.
Absolutely. It reinforces the good behavior.
Yeah.
You start to link effort and satisfaction. And the rewards don't have to be huge. A nice meal, time with loved ones, even just a break to do something you enjoy.
Little things that bring you joy, use them as fuel. But with all this talk of self-discipline, goals, plans, does Stoicism ever feel, I don't know, restrictive, like chasing some perfect ideal?
That's a good question. And it's key to remember, Stoicism isn't about being rigid. It's about finding what works for you. The book stresses trying things out, different approaches, adjusting your plan, being open to new strategies.
So not rules, but what works for you.
Exactly. Adapt the principles to your life, your personality. And, I found the part about managing your energy really interesting.
We talk about time management a lot. Energy management, not so much. How are they connected?
Very connected.
Yeah.
Your energy changes throughout the day. Understanding that helps you be more productive. The book suggests noticing your energy patterns. Schedule tough tasks for your high energy times. And again, rest and recovery. Got to recharge to do your best.
Finding that balance, pushing yourself, but knowing when to step back.
Exactly. Balance is key. Stoicism is about knowing your limits, prioritizing self-care, so you can keep going in the long run.
This is making so much sense, really hitting home. Before we finish, I want to touch on that idea of facing your fears, which the book talks about.
Yeah, that's huge for beating procrastination.
Right.
Often it's fear holding us back. Fear of failing, of being judged, of the unknown. The book says, acknowledge those fears. Figure out where they come from. Find ways to work through them.
Not pretending they aren't there, but facing them head on.
Right. Fear is normal, human. But it doesn't have to control you. And sometimes the best way to beat it is to just do the thing you're scared of. You might realize it's not so bad after all.
Powerful stuff. Back to that courage idea, acting even though you're afraid.
Right. The book gives a good example. Imagine you're putting off writing a presentation. You're scared of public speaking. Stoicism wouldn't say, tough it out. It'd say, break it down. Maybe write an outline first, practice with a friend, gradually build up to the real deal.
Good strategy. Smaller, less scary steps. And I like that the book says there's no one right way to beat procrastination.
Yeah, it's all about finding what works for you. Strict deadlines, tiny steps, rewards, whatever gets you going. The key is to try things out. See what helps you break those procrastination patterns.
And Stoicism gives us a way to approach, well, any challenge, really. Not just procrastination.
That's what's so great about it. It's like timeless, but totally relevant to our lives now. Gives you the tools to handle whatever life throws at you with, resilience, purpose, a sense of inner peace even.
I love that. This has been so helpful. I feel like I've got some actual tools to use now. But before we go, gotta bring back that theme of taking action. The book really pushes that. Sometimes you just gotta start.
So true. We can plan and analyze forever, but it's the doing that gets results.
Yeah.
And yeah, that first step, that's often the hardest. The book says act anyway. Even if you've got doubts, fears, whatever, embrace that Stoic idea, amor fati, loving your fate. Accept what is. Focus on what you can control.
And what we can control is our actions. Focus on the next step, that small thing you can do right now to move toward your goal.
Exactly. Doesn't have to be huge. Make a list, send an email, 5 minutes on that project, anything to break that stuck feeling and start building some momentum.
So shift from I'll do it later to I'm doing it now.
Exactly. The book reminds us, even small things make a difference. Each step, no matter how tiny, builds confidence, keeps you moving, gets you closer to where you want to be.
This deep dive has been amazing, really eye-opening. I think we have a much better grasp on how Stoicism can help us beat procrastination and reach our potential. But as always, gotta leave our listeners with something to think about. Inspired by the book, what's one small step you can take today to work towards a goal you've been putting off?
Could be anything. Sending that email, making that call, a few minutes on a project. Remember, progress, not perfection. Take that first step, then another, and another. You'll surprise yourself with what you can do.
That's a great way to put it. We want to hear from you. Share your thoughts, your wins, your struggles. We're all in this together, learning from each other. Until next time, keep diving deep, keep going for those goals.
And remember, like the Stoic said, you have the power to beat procrastination. It's right there inside you.